Hello, folks. Can you hear me? I may be muted. What the heck? Dang it. Try this again. You can hear me? So Craig was lying? How about now? Can you hear me? Oh, oh, oh. No. Okay, one more try. How about now? Can you hear me now? Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, it's a bad situation. You can hear me now. Uh, what a professionals YouTube stream. Yeah. So what's going on? Thursday. Do you look for the silver lining? Remember, no matter how bad the situation, always look for the silver lining. Yeah. That was an old song. Look for the silver lining when the skies turn to gray. Something like that. I think that song came out in 1919. I was only like 20 years old then, so it's getting hard for me to remember that. Gold lining. Gold lining would be better, wouldn't it? I guess the silver lining reference is the edge of the cloud right before the sun comes right back out. Yeah. Every situation needs an optimistic looking for the silver lining. Here's the link if anybody wants to come in and make the show better. Judy Garland. I think that song goes even further back. Well, it may have been part of like a musical and then made into a movie. Hard to be optimistic when tax season is near. I don't even want to think about doing my 2022 taxes yet. Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff happening this year with taxes. Gonna have to pay some capital gains on a sale of a house. I sold a house. Not my house. I sold my son's house right out from under him. Because my name was on the deed. But then he gets the money. Because he paid me back a little bit for it. So anyway. Rich people problems. Yeah. Claim my mother-in-law as a dependent. Here's an idea. Idea. She hasn't lived here most of the year, though. Did I get an email? I may have. I don't know. I'm pretty far over the $600 threshold. I've gotten a 1099 form from eBay for the last 6 years. Yeah, she's paying all of her bills, basically.
Hey Todd, I thought I'd come and give you somebody to talk at.
Thanks. So, we're just talking about, since my mother-in-law moved in with me, if I could claim her as a dependent.
Can you claim her as a dependent?
No.
I don't think so. I mean,
James just said you can't claim her unless you pay more of her bills than she does, which,
yeah, I mean, and she
no,
would have to have like very limited income, which I'm assuming she has retirement or Social Security or something.
yeah, she gets teacher retirement check.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, she actually gets two teacher retirement checks together in the same check.
Hmm.
Her husband, Roy, her husband was a school teacher and retired.
Hmm.
And then she worked as a secretary in the school offices for a
Yeah.
couple of decades, so she gets her her portion of retirement is very small. So, but they retired so long ago that not only he retired a little early because of his health. He had massive heart attacks the last 5 years of his life, and then had to
Oop.
retire. So he never got a complete full teacher retirement.
Oh.
And then hers is real small because she was not making near as much money as a teacher being a school secretary. But together she gets like 2,300 a month,
Yeah.
which is enough living the way she was, but then now she's got the medical stuff. Anyway, ugh, ugh, ugh. I didn't even bring up taxes. It was James or somebody.
Oh boy.
Thanks, James. We were
Yeah.
having a good morning. So if you're in a bad situation, do you look for the silver lining, Tara?
Okay. I'll remember that.
You talking to me?
Yeah, remember the silver lining. I'm gonna remember that.
Should we tell what Uncle Steve used to say?
Jim had a brother-in-law. What did he say?
Nothing so bad it couldn't be worse.
Yeah. Jim's like when he's married to his first wife, his brother-in-law would be like something would be happening that'd be like stressful or whatever. And then Steve would be like, nothing's so bad it couldn't get worse.
He's one of these homespun farmer wisdom kind of guys. Younger than me. I mean, he's about
He's like
ours.
my age.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. But I can't tell you how many times in my life something's happened. I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. And then within hours, something worse happens. It's like, Uncle Steve, damn you.
There you go.
I don't know what it is, but it's like all of a sudden it's like you're trying to climb this ladder, but it's made out of spaghetti. You know, it just falls apart as you try to get to the next rung. But anyway, you get through it and just keep a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Like another friend of mine told me he wound up in prison, not jail. He was in regular prison, and he's telling me about all these stories about stuff they did. I go, it sounds like you had fun there. He goes, well, if you're in prison and you can't have any fun, what's the point of being there? Well, that's an interesting take.
Ugh.
He's telling me how they'd break into because they weren't allowed to have lighters. They weren't allowed to have cigarettes, but they would get cigarettes would get snuck in. But to light them, they had to break into this janitor's closet at the end of the cell block thing. They would pick the lock on this janitor's closet because it had an electrical outlet. Then they take a paper clip and stick it in the the neutral and the live wire and make the thing short so they could make it glow so it'd light their cigarette.
Oh boy. That's dedication.
That is dedication, but they'd be lined up to do it because it's like their one cigarette.
But you don't have once one cigarette's lit, you can light it off the other
well,
ones.
Maybe they didn't share. I don't know. You got different groups.
Like you've never smoked a cigarette right off the other one. You light the smoke down one. You light the new cigarette.
You got the gang with the barcodes on their necks and the shaved heads. You got the other gang with the pictures of Jesus. You got the other gang with whatever. So they probably all can't be in the janitor's closet at the same time.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about not having a ladder in jail.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah.
Or shoelaces.
Shoelaces.
Well, I don't know if they give them a special.
I think you give them slip-on shoes.
Yeah, because I would have a woman come into my store. The store I had was like 20 miles from a Wisconsin state prison. It was Waupun. Anyway, so a woman had come in. She said, I need your most expensive high top in size 13. I'm like, okay. So then when I got to the counter, I just look at her, I say, she's like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. I go, do you want me to take the keychain and the laces out of here? And she's like, yeah. I go, if you want, I won't charge you any extra. If you tell me who they are, I can mail it right into WCI. Oh, you could do that for me? Great. Because I had their address right at the front desk. So I just wrap it in paper, take it to the post office. The company would pays for the shipping, and I would mail it right into the prison. But I had to take the laces and if there was any keychains in, I had to take them out. But they were good customers, because I guess in prison your only thing to show off is your shoes. I mean, that's your only thing.
So they're walking around with these expensive high tops with no shoelaces.
That's what I was getting at. I wonder if they give them like a substitute shoelace that breaks easily or something that's not strong enough to hang yourself. Because I'm looking at all these guys walking around with these $150 high tops with no shoelaces.
I had Mr. Sadie said his wife was lighting a candle yesterday. I asked her for a light, and I probably said I don't smoke. Yeah, you would.
Good man.
Yeah, but you remember you'd always have. Oh yeah, here you go. You need a lighter. Now you never have one.
And I always wondered, like, these people, they get stuck in a car, like in the mountains or something like that. They'd be in a snowstorm or something, and they freeze to death because they had no way to light a fire. I'm like, I always have a lighter. If I didn't think of it, now that I don't smoke, I'm always scrambling. If I need a lighter to start something, I never know where one is.
No.
Yeah, we got a drawer with some boxes of matches, and that's about it.
Yeah, but you don't carry them in your pocket, do you?
Well, the problem.
But when you're a smoker, you always got a way to make fire.
And the problem is with us, we'll go light something, and the lighter will probably get left there or whatever. We're not.
Now we got this big blowtorch thing that's hard to lose. Yeah.
They sell them at Harbor Freight. They're like $18. You put a propane cylinder on it. You pull a trigger. It's electric ignition. It's like a miniature flamethrower. Oh man, you can start a fire pile like nothing. And you can solder a pipe together. Holy smokes! I mean, it's way better than regular blowtorch. It's like blowtorch on steroids. You know what it's like? Is those old-timey gasoline blowtorches that would throw out that big flame? That's what it's like, but it's propane.
Yeah.
I know I sound excited, but if you see one, you'd be excited too.
Oh boy.
When I light some on fire with it, I'm like, this is America. This smells like America. Oh, man. Speaking of me saying stuff, I researched that poor John Denver. That was all urban legend. I mean, it's just terrible.
I know, you look like a fool.
But actually, if you read the article on it, it was like to besmirch him because he was like so clean cut, like an all-American boy. It was like he had these dark antisocial types were trying to run him into the dirt. I mean, it's really bad.
They're trying to diss John.
And here I'm helping. I think it was would I have been in college when he died?
No, he died in the 80s. 89, I think.
Okay, well, I was just out of school or whatever. I mean, whatever circle I was in, they were all talking about, oh no, he was drunk, he killed himself, flew in the mountain, and I just believed it.
No,
it's all false.
You shouldn't be so gullible. So we'll call you the gullible picker.
So the thing about getting old, you learn you're not always right.
This sells for this much on eBay. You should buy it. That's what I always hear at garage sales.
Oh, I hate it when they print the sheet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, then go sell it on eBay then.
They did that at the rummage sale sometimes.
Sold.
Yeah, but they never will show us. They'll pull up the sold listing. They'll pull up something that's an active listing.
The
you
highest
know,
asking price.
like a Black Diamond VHS, Walt Disney movie that's like priced at like $30,000, and then they'll show that active listing as a comp.
That Beanie Babies, the Princess Di Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Which is I guess there is one variation that there's very few, but there's like 3 or 4 variations, and they're uber plentiful. It's like you just gotta get this one special kind or whatever that actually does that.
So you just gotta keep buying them till you find the one. It's like a lottery ticket.
Hell no.
It's like a lottery ticket.
No freaking Beanie Babies.
Oh boy.
If I can't have a Chucky doll, you can't have Beanie Babies.
Oh. Jim wants the Good Guys Chucky doll
Chucky
because
doll.
him and Brandon, we've been watching all the Chucky movies and the Chucky series and stuff. So then if you go on eBay, you can buy the Chucky dolls like $150, 130.
No, it's 100
Oh, ooh, it's a deal. It's
in
$100.
the box.
Am I not having that
But he
creepy ass
doesn't talk.
Chucky
But he is
doll
life size.
in my house?
Yeah, he's in the bright yellow box. It's got the whole Good Guys logo on it. The only thing that's different from the movie one, it says Chucky, and at the end with a Y, the Y's got like a butcher knife. So it's got that on the box. Pretty, not really obvious though. I mean, you can see it, but it's not really like they make it like a big focal point. So otherwise, the box at first glance looks just like the one the doll comes in the movie.
Here's Sadie's set up for making fire.
Oh yeah, he's got his acetylene set or welding set.
Oh yeah, that's good. The smoke wrench. So when you got to unscrew a hard nut, you get out the smoke wrench. We used to fill balloons. This girl I was dating in high school, a crazy older brother, his dad had a block plant, so they had all this equipment, so they had like welders and stuff to work on it. We took his old man's acetylene torch, and we were filling balloons with acetylene and oxygen and tying toilet paper to them. The house where they lived was, I don't know, 3 miles away. They said they could hear the booms at the house.
Oh wow!
We'd light the toilet paper on fire, and it would float, and then it would when the toilet paper.
So they would float like a helium balloon, huh?
Got up to the thing, it was a big kaboom. So don't do that at home.
Don't do that at home.
Do not try this at home. And if for some reason you're screwing something together that has gunpowder in it, make sure you really grease the threads, because if there's no grease, the threads will make the gunpowder grain go off. My dad learned that when he was like a young kid. One of his friends only had half a hand.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it was back in the 50s, kids were making those like crazy, and nobody told them that you had to grease the threads before you tighten the pipe together, and the thread will crush the gunpowder, and that's just enough to make a spark to set the whole thing off.
Wow.
Lifted their house off its foundation.
Oh my God.
He was doing that at his dad's workbench in a
Good
basement.
grief.
Not my dad, his friend. And that's why he had 2 fingers.
Dang. It's a wonder he's
Lucky
alive.
Why are they making pipe bombs?
Mailboxes. And not mailboxes on people's houses. They're tossing them into the blue box.
Oh yeah,
on
the
corner.
postal one.
Yeah, they're blowing up U.S. postal boxes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not smart all the way around. I didn't say the kid was smart. And but just to be fact, this was not my dad. This was a friend, or at least my dad said it was a friend. Well, my dad had all his fingers, so it couldn't have been. He knew another kid who lost fingers sketching a ride on the back of a car. The kid tried to sketch on the back of the car, and this is in the 50s. The guy saw the kid was run up behind the car, so he tried to outrun him. But what happened was the car had a fender bender, so the bumper drew close to the
he got his hand
the
caught.
sheet metal, and when it turned the corner, his fingers got caught in the thing and pulled the fingers out.
Good grief.
We had a school superintendent that blew some fingers off, and he never missed a chance at when he would give a talk to teachers or students or anybody. The only finger he had left was his middle finger and his thumb. So he never missed a chance to flip everybody off.
Oh boy.
Joanna wants to know how your sales are, Todd.
Oh, they're actually pretty good. I wouldn't call it gangbuster.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, consistent, normal.
My percentage is way up, but that's because I'm still working out the days when we were gone to Italy and I didn't sell anything.
Yeah.
So
far, my November is better than October.
Yeah, but I would not say not nearly as good as past Novembers.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't feel like fourth quarter that way. It feels like strong sales, but not like it should be for fourth quarter.
And I've sold a bunch of silver coins, so but I paid a lot for them, so it looks like I've sold a ton, but the return
Yeah,
on
but your profit
investment
margins are
is
narrower.
yeah, the margin is way down.
There was a guy we used to sell at the flea market when we lived in Wisconsin, this antique flea market. He did a lot of silver dollars. So he'd be like, oh, yeah, I sold like, $1,800 today. But it was silver dollars that he was selling for, I mean, I'll use an example. Like at that time, I think he was selling them for like 22 or something or 23, but he was paying 20 for them. So he was only making
Yeah.
like $2 to $3
Because
on them.
we'd be there at the auctions where he's buying the coins, so we knew exactly what he was paying for them. It's like, wow, dude, you got zero ROI. It's like, well, I mean, it almost like, how do you pay for your spot? I mean, you got to spell a lot of coins before you even pay for your lot fee for the day.
Yeah.
But he did. I mean, he'd have a line.
And he was he was retired like forestry or DNR, so you get a decent pension.
But you had a lot of guys, a lot of coin buyers would be, I mean, right there, that's what they're coming to that flea market for, was just to go to see him. I mean, and he had a lot of them.
No.
Yeah, I would sell silver at the local auction if they would, because they get huge prices, but they get 30%. If I could talk them into taking 15 or something.
The buyer's premium is 30%?
No, the seller's
No, the seller's
commission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like here, because they charge a buyer's premium, they'll usually charge the seller 10% and the buyer 10%.
But some of them are getting like 15 to 20 for the buyer's premium.
Oh no, our local does 30% seller and 10% buyer.
Oof.
So they're making bank, but I mean, they have an auction like twice a month, and it's always got 1,500 or more items. So
now the auction guy here,
got consigners coming in out the wazoo for some
like
reason.
if he'll have a gun auction, he won't charge the seller a commission. Because he wants to get a good enough gun auction, he just makes it up on the buyer's fee at the other side. He does it with tractors too.
No, this
So if I sold guns through Mike, you wouldn't charge me?
I think if he puts enough of them together, yeah.
This auction house is just a family-run business. There's the old mom and dad, and then there's the middle-aged son and his wife. And
I don't know if he'd do that. Like, let's say you said, "Oh, I'm gonna take two $80 wall hangers there," then I don't think he would.
But did you hear what he said? It's like Mike's. It's a fan. The one that Shoes talk about, that guy who does that with the guns and the tractors. Yeah, he's like, I would say probably third generation auctioneer.
Yeah.
And the whole family, they got the kids are the ringmen. The wife is doing the books. The mother does concessions.
Yeah, and
and
sometimes she'll be the scribe. She'll write.
And I get a ton of stuff to resell for cheap on eBay. So the the consigner, they must be into their stuff for nothing.
Or they're downside.
Well, and this guy here, this auction house, they farm and they do everything, okay?
Yeah,
but also like when they have the 127 that goes through Kentucky here, the 68, they got huge because one of their auction houses on 68. The other auction house is off of 127, and they have an antique store up by Danville.
Which is like an in-law or something? Or
no,
like
that's his mom.
Oh, it's his mom. Okay.
They set up for those big, mile-long yard sales and stuff like that.
And they don't do anything on eBay, which is amazing to me.
They tried it. Shannon told me they tried it, and they just didn't. They must have had a return or something on something that was bigger, and then that really like spooked them. Anyway.
Oh man. It's like quitting your little league team if you strike out once.
Yeah. Well, I think it sounded like probably back when eBay was still doing PayPal, they must have had like a dispute, and then they, froze up funds and PayPal, and then it got them all like, that was it.
Oh, well, that makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
So Santa is called Alibaba, huh?
You can't let a bad buyer live in your head rent free.
Yeah.
Do the return and get it out of your head.
Well, I would suspect it could have been also a case of I didn't describe it good enough, which you should describe stuff. If there is something that somebody could say is a defect or damage, you better make sure it's in your description.
It's never the seller's fault. The buyer's always wrong. Scammers. I'm incapable of making a mistake. I like when you get like the special tape and you mark every. I mean, there are some areas where there is those scammers or whatever, but usually it's something just got you missed something or whatever.
Well, we have had it where they try to pull the stuff like the item wasn't delivered, and that some of those are a little bit little
we
bit
have
sketchy.
had encountered
Yeah.
it, but it's 1 in 1,000. I mean, if you look at the thousands of sales we've done, I mean, the number of those are it's so slight. It's not. Let me put it this way: if all of them got away with it, would it be enough to put you out of business?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. It's like shoplifting. If you run a brick and mortar, you what are you just gonna quit selling because you got shoplifting?
Yeah.
So how many items you got going out today, Jim Tara?
No, I'd have to go look at my order page.
Boy, that's so much work to do that. I got 5 going out. 5.
What's today and yesterday?
Yeah, because you're gonna have some. Because we got 2-day shipping, so there's probably
I got at least 20 going out.
Yeah, you got some held over from the day before that didn't get done
Which
yet.
I should get on. I shouldn't stop.
Instead goofing off.
Yeah, you just remember me. I should get back to work.
Well, working's no fun.
Don't
you know you work for yourself, so you can just pretty much watch YouTube videos and just do whatever you want?
That would be awesome. If my boss wasn't such a jerk.
Well, you're your own boss, so you must be a jerk to yourself.
Yeah,
oh my god, my computer is so slow today.
It's amazing how much stuff walked out of Home Depot.
Oh, really?
While I worked there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You'd see a empty blister pack of like expensive drill bits or something.
Yeah.
Stuffed in the back of a shelf or something.
I don't know, and the way they have like cameras and stuff like that, I mean, I wouldn't be. It says we got 24 awaiting shipment.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't be brave enough to do something like that. But I do notice, like here compared to northern Wisconsin, like when we go in Lowe's, like yes, all the expensive like drill bits and stuff are in locked cabinets, or like even when we go into Walmart, like where we lived in northern Wisconsin, like if we wanted to go get flea and tick drops for our dog, you could just go get it off the shelf and go check it out. Here, it's all in locked cabinets,
Well, the funny thing is, though, you can do it in Elizabethtown, which is
bigger city. That's true.
Yeah, and I mean, I've actually seen. I've seen firearms drawn on people
in E-Town on the road.
On the road, yeah. I mean, that's a lot. I would say E-Town's a lot sketchier than Campbellsville, but just saying.
Yeah, they even like in our Walmart in our town here, like the baby formula part, they have like a camera there that's recording you if you're like in front of the baby formula.
Oh, and it rings when you're walking under it, so it makes this weird sound. So
really?
Yeah, so you look up to see that you're on camera.
Oh, I never really paid attention to that. I don't like to walk in front of it.
It's like a weird, like Star Trek or Star Wars kind of spacey sound.
Okay. I will say, I think like in our Campbellsville store here, they had a problem with self-checkout where you'd have people where they do like the wave it over, but it doesn't really scan. They really crack down on watching that stuff.
Stocks in the red.
Come on. No, you're done. Come on, let's go. Right now.
Oh, they're all in the red. What happened, Todd?
Daisy.
Weren't they in the green like at the beginning of the week?
Yeah. It's been going up and down a lot. I don't know why.
I think I heard something on the news today where like Target's down like 40% right now or something.
40%. That may be it. They may have like
What did you say? FedEx isn't hiring for
No,
seasonal?
they're doing like some UPS, was it? Or
I thought you said it was FedEx was
well, they're doing like furloughs or something in some like regions or whatever.
like Christmas time. That's not
Yeah.
good.
do, do.
No, we don't smoke dope. I'm not a marijuana person. It could be growing in my backyard and I wouldn't touch it.
What's that?
Marijuana.
Oh.
Steve's in Kentucky. He asked if we're going to get our medical marijuana card. I'm like, it could be growing in the backyard and we wouldn't touch it.
So are you a Clinton or are you an Obama?
Neither.
Did you just take a puff and you didn't inhale, or like Obama, like you actually did inhale?
I'm Nancy Reagan.
Oh,
Say no to drugs.
Nancy Reagan was a party girl. She's like, oh, you brought reefer? I guess I won't be needing these.
No. They had a thing that was on the radio when I was driving home. And I suppose if you do edibles or gummies or whatever, you don't have this. But they said that marijuana smoke, because you hold it in your lungs longer, that it has more health ramifications for like lung cancer than smoking tobacco. Which I never quite understood, how you have a war on tobacco, but you legalize marijuana. But it's my personal opinion.
I would say if a person's having a substance abuse issue, they should move to Kentucky because it's just so damn beautiful.
There's a lot of people that do drugs here.
Any level of, I mean, I want to be fully aware of how awesome this place is.
Yeah.
I never want to like diminish my mental capacity with a drug.
Yeah.
I don't even drink anymore. I just want to be 100%.
That's true. We're total
aware.
Teetotalers now. Yeah, we don't even drink. Jim's talking about buying NA Budweiser. Okay, I'm not kidding you. Non-alcoholic Budweiser.
I walk out on the front porch every morning and look around and say it's another beautiful day in the Commonwealth, and it could be a thunderstorm, and it's still awesome. I love this. Compared to northern Wisconsin, I am in heaven.
Yeah.
Hank Williams Jr. was right.
Nice.
Heaven should be a lot like Dixie.
I just got my lowest electric bill in like 2 years.
What's your electric run in Texas?
We had just like perfect temperatures. My electric?
Yeah.
I don't know. I paid $360 last month and $200 this month.
Yeah, I think in the summer when we had the air going, ours was running around like three and a quarter to 340.
Yeah.
And now I think we got it down to like 160.
Yeah, it'll be 150 through the winter.
150. But when we back in like 18, the winter of 19, when we were first down here, because we have that outdoor wood boiler, our electric bill would be like $90 a month. But now they have raised our electric rates because of, like fuel surcharges and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll never be down that low again. And the other thing is, it can never be that low again because of inflation. They have to charge more. Eventually the rates are going to have to be adjusted for inflation, so they're going to go up. So our bill is probably going to wind up being more like about 180.
Yeah.
When they fix the inflation adjustment.
Yeah, I think we figured our bill's gone up like $60 or $65.
Yeah, it was like 80 or 90. Well, no, it was in the winter it was like 80, $90.
Yeah.
Look, Tom.
Steve says his was 112. Oh no, Tom's here.
Hola. The groom.
Hola, mi amigo. Or mi amigo.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Not much. You got a boy fixing to get married Saturday. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I'm in Marion, North Carolina, at a Hardee's.
Oh. Hello, everybody.
Fancy stuff.
Go ahead and give a shout out to the
To the Hardys?
yeah, it's a
Hardee's,
Hardee's.
folks.
There's nobody in here. Everybody's doing drive break.
I thought he was like going at a tire place or something with that stripe above his head. I'm like,
my
what is he getting, an oil change or something?
You know, the
No.
last time I was at a Hardee's, they were still doing the charbroiled burgers. They hadn't quit it yet. Then they sold all the Hardee's stole all the equipment to Burger King.
Mm.
Hardee's was before Burger King.
Yeah, but they were. Remember when they used to be the charbroiled burgers? Hardee's used to be charbroiled. When they quit doing charbroiled burgers at Hardee's, you'd go into a Burger King and you'd see on the grill it had because it would be stamped in the stainless steel Hardee's.
Mm.
And I'm like, why is that? They're like, oh, and Hardee's quit doing charbroiled burgers. We bought their grills. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
I rarely eat at a Hardee's. I did eat at one this summer though.
I got nothing against Hardee's. It's just most places I was at, we didn't have
Brandon likes it, didn't it? Wasn't there some big burger that they put out?
Tell
It
me
was
the
during.
McRib.
Oh, Brandon ate the McRib.
Yeah. Oh God.
He liked it.
Okay.
Because it's a farewell tour of the McRib. So I was coming home from riding horses, and I'm like, I'll pick him up. And he's always like, "What does the McRib taste like?" So I got him a McRib. Okay.
You want Operation Warp Speed? It's how fast that McRib gets into your lower intestine. It's like instantaneous. It's all grease.
So anyway, we're headed towards Asheville to prep for this wedding.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, it's just too exciting.
Is it going to be a big shindig?
Not really.
How far is Asheville from Charlotte?
It's about 3 hours from my house to where we're headed. So I've got about 45 minutes to go.
You should have had that Abby the Spoon Lady do the music for your wedding.
Oh yeah.
That what?
Did you ever watch the YouTube video, that Abby the Spoon Lady that plays the spoons? What's that like in Asheville where they have like all those musician artists that sit on the streets, you know, and play music, and then you give them tips in their jugs or whatever? They call them like, what they call like, not, it starts with a B. It's like Burskers or
does it start with a C?
No, I think it starts with a B.
No, I think it sounds. I think that's called crazy people.
No, anyway, but she plays the spoons, and you can watch her on YouTube.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know the Spoon Lady.
Yeah, Abby the Spoon Lady.
Yeah, but she's not crazy like the rest. Oh no, she is actually.
Oh, she used to be like a hobo and jump the rails and stuff and ride trains back and forth across the country.
Yeah, she's talking about how you get into some dangerous situations when you're riding in empty freight cars or whatever. I'm like, you think?
I'm too old.
She is an interesting person sometimes to listen to on YouTube.
Okay, Mr. Sadie. You're from hillbilly hell too, so just back up. Asheville's claim to fame is Biltmore.
Well,
and for those that don't know what Biltmore is, it's the largest private home in America.
Oh, that's what it is. I knew the name. I'm like, what is that? And I've heard of it. Yeah, it's something to see.
wow.
It's one of the Vanderbilt mansions.
I think Sean went to it. I think my brother went to it.
It's still family owned. The descendants of the Vanderbilt family. It's really nice. If you pass through this area, you really ought to stop and tour it. But
Anderson
no,
Cooper owns the
that's
house.
wrong. That's the wrong one. Anderson's from the Gloria side of the family. This is from George Washington Vanderbilt.
That's why you can stay in the basement lag.
So is anything exciting happening this morning?
Nothing very exciting.
Not this morning. Tomorrow is Gwen's birthday.
Oh, today is Brandon's birthday, so Brandon's the day before your wife.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
How old is he now?
15.
15?
Yep.
Damn, I've known you for a long time.
Pretty soon he's gonna be all grown up,
He was a
Yeah, he's
pretty
gonna be
little-
driving.
turning into a small man.
He's gonna be driving a primer gray Camaro with a pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Bro
Throw a
stash.
cigarette behind his ear and a matchstick in his teeth. Sideburns. 14-year-old girlfriend on the passenger seat.
Oh, God, no.
How old does he
Yeah.
have to be to get his driver's permit?
15.
That's exactly what we're doing, Sadie. We're headed to the casino in the morning. I won't be doing a show. Yeah, gonna get rich at the casino.
There you go.
I'm gonna win the big jackpot.
KY.
Well, you
Every
need
time
the
I
big
talk like
jackpot.
that, every time I talk like that, though, Gwen says, "Shut up! You're gonna jinx us."
Todd needs about 3 more bedrooms on his house, so he needs to win.
Yeah, I need. Yeah,
One for the mother-in-law, one for each one of them boys.
mm-hmm. And 2 more rooms for more death pile.
Oh, looks like it's time to go buy a bigger house then.
Oh Lord, there's one around the corner that's real nice, but it's a fixer-upper. It's
Mm.
big.
Well, you could buy it and just use it for eBay and then just move all your eBay into it.
Yeah. Spent
Good investment, real estate. You
$350,000.
could just work out of it doing your eBay.
My eBay shed is 350 grand.
He can't have 4. He's because age of consent's 16
Mm,
in Kentucky,
great. No, he doesn't need a girlfriend.
and you have to be in order to be with a 16-year-old girl. You got to be within 4 years. So you can be 20 is the max. If you're 21 and or you're with a 16.
Yeah, don't encourage this shit.
Yeah,
So,
Lag's
rules of the
coming to
road.
stay with me too.
Jim, you know too much about this information.
Yeah,
I
because
just
he
Googled
Googles it.
But it was 14. They upped it in 2018 to 16. I know in Wisconsin it was 14. You couldn't get married, but it was the age of consent was 14.
Yeah, probably. No, honestly, what Brandon wants for a car, he wants a Pontiac Aztec.
Okay. We'll
Those are the
pick
ugliest
that
cars.
right up for
He
you, Lag.
he watched a lot of Breaking Bad and he liked the show a lot and he fell in love with it because they drive that Aztec on there. That's how he likes it.
Right. The radio Camaro. Jim's probably
Yeah.
got a couple of them sitting up at his
No.
We had
land
one.
up in.
No,
Old
we had well, it's the same car. I had an 86 Pontiac Firebird, but I sold it.
When I was in high school, though, I had a 1970 Pontiac Catalina 2-door hardtop 400. And that thing could go 120 miles an hour without even thinking about it.
Brandon needs a large back seat for activity.
No, he does not. I'm gonna get him a smart car. So he's smart.
That 70 Catalina, that had a real generous back seat.
Yeah.
It had an ashtray that was the size of a shoebox. You'd pull that thing out, there was like a drawer next to the glove box. You pull out that is a 70, and you pull out that ashtray, and it just came out and out and out. And then they had like a map light right over this big ashtray, so I could tell you what that map light was used for.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
I give it 2 years before Brandon has an anchor baby.
We didn't call a map light the map light. We had a different name for it. Anyway.
No, he's too young yet. Well, Jim does have a grandbaby. His oldest son had a baby about like 3 weeks ago.
Cool.
Are you Nana? Mama.
No, I'm just Tara. But Jim is grandpa.
No,
Mimi.
I'm El Padre.
Al Padre. Okay.
Oh,
I said, don't call me Grandpa. I'm El Padre.
Because we've got so many babies in our family now. Not in not from my children, but from my nephews and whatnot. They asked me what I wanted to be called when I became a grandfather. I said Fred.
Fred.
I'm too young to be a grandma.
Anything but pop.
Pop
Pop.
pop.
Pop, pop.
If my grandpa told me to call him that, I'd want to beat him up.
What was it?
Pop.
Oh, that's what my dad was. He was Pop Pop.
Yeah,
Well,
Jim's son had a boy.
If I ever had grandchildren, I think I'd just be Pops.
oh, you've dodged a bullet?
Who?
Todd hasn't had grandchildren yet?
No, and he has
No.
one's married, but they can't figure it out.
I know. It's sad.
They haven't figured out the recipe for making a baby
Yeah.
yet.
Todd, if you go on Pornhub, there's some videos where the dad comes and helps the son figure out his new bride. I think they're made in Russia.
There you go.
Have you seen the video where the guy saying, have you made a human? I've made a human.
Oh boy.
So anyway, it's going to be cold up here this weekend.
Oh,
It's cold here.
it's
in the
it's only gonna
30s.
be 38 here for a high.
It's cold here. What the hell?
It was. I had to go to Elizabethtown last night, and it didn't stick on the ground, but it was snowing to beat the band over there.
It's warming up now. We got down to like 38 or something.
Mm. We were
All the-
like 29 this
All
morning.
the leaves are falling off my okra plants.
Mm.
Garden's done. You know summer's over when the okra stops.
Now, what part of the okra do you eat? Do you eat the leaves and
pods,
the whole thing,
doofus.
or
The pods.
The
Yeah,
pod.
we just chop up the whole plant and just chow down
You
on that.
start chewing on it.
well, they
What?
cook them? Isn't okra when they say in greens? Isn't that what they're calling it?
No, it's stuff at Golden Corral that they deep fry in those little okra balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not really much of an okra
But I thought
eater.
greens were like the part of the okra that wasn't the pod.
Well,
no,
the pod is what you eat. You can't eat a okra leaf. I suppose you could, but I bet
you
your
get mixed up
intestines would
with
be clean for
kudzu.
2 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
greens, the leaves, those are different. They like to eat like turnip leaves and stuff, don't y'all?
I don't know. I'm from Wisconsin.
No.
Okra's a real fibrous plant, like almost chewing on a hunk of wood.
Mm.
The only green stuff we eat is like lettuce wrapped in cellophane. That comes from the store.
You can't let the
Store
pods
makes
get real mature before you cook them either. They're just tougher than. It's like chewing on. Yeah, just get out a piece of wood and chew on it.
Mm.
You need to
Yeah,
ne- your,
James, if you
your next
boil
trip
it.
your next trip through the south, Jim. You need to get you some fried kudzu.
Poke salad, Annie.
I don't think I've ever had that.
That doesn't sound great, Tom.
Kudzu. Some kind of greens.
Oh, cuts.
I think is it like, do you cook it like you cook greens? See, like, okay,
No.
this isn't
I
like
guess
a
you could.
Korean thing, but like if I go to, like, they used to have a buffet at General Lee's, or Lee's Chicken, I mean, I don't like their green beans because they like put like grease in them or something. I don't like the way that tastes.
Oh
I
God,
like
you gotta put bacon in, or you gotta fry some bacon up and then cook your
Well,
greens.
I like
with that.
bacon, but I don't really like the grease off of bacon, and it's like they put that on the green beans, and I don't like that taste.
And
Yeah,
just
Gwen always cooks green beans with that salt pork. It's pretty
fatback,
good. Yeah.
salt pork. That's
I
fatback.
like my green beans with butter and salt. Anyway.
Tara, kudzu is that stuff when you're moving through the south that's growing all over the trees and stuff like that. It's a vine.
Oh yeah.
It was imported from China for back in I guess God only knows when, to help with erosion control.
Mm.
Yeah,
If they
now
would
they
launch
can't get
about
rid
if
of it.
they'd launch about
It's choking out native plant species now all over.
Well, About, and I don't know what it is. We get it a little bit here. I don't know if it's kudzu, but like about 40 minutes south of me, yeah, you'll have vines just overtake trees and everything.
That's probably kudzu.
And then like sometimes up on the hill, you'll find real old vines. I mean, they're like Tarzan vines. They'll be like 5 inches across because Brandon will be like swinging on them and shit.
It's
Yeah.
like 180 pounds.
Yeah. No, he's 197
Oh,
pounds.
okay, so he's
Yeah.
200 pounds.
If you loaded up a rocket with kudzu and launched it at Mars, give it 10 years, and Mars would not be the red planet anymore. It'd be green. Because that stuff, it don't matter whether it's hot,
Oh.
Kudzu is
dry,
good for a
it'll grow.
compost pile, though.
We get some of the bamboo stands here. I mean, I do see them, and I've seen it like around our creek and stuff where it gets in there.
You can
Your
chop
cricket
up
stuff. Are
kudzu
y'all
and
playing cricket up there?
Yeah, crick and stuff around the
Oh,
creek. And stuff.
cricket. I thought you said cricket. I was like,
that was two separate words, Tom,
It's
not
a
one
small
word.
river.
Crick is a small river.
yeah, I know what a crick is. I thought you said cricket though, and I was sitting here giggling because I could imagine Jim and his cricket whites with his little cricket.
That's what me and Tara. She dresses up like a kitty cat, and I dress up like a cricket player with the paddle. we put a shower curtain over the bedspread.
Tom, your
Lord.
camera shakes every time you laugh. Have you got it sitting on your belly or something?
No, I'm holding it.
Oh, okay. Your whole body
I'm like
shakes when
Santa
you
Claus.
laugh.
I shake like a bowl full of jelly when I laugh.
Okay.
I thought we were cracking Tom up so much he was shaking the table in front of him.
This is a real nice Hardee's. It's really neat and clean.
Yeah, because you got no
I hate-
customers and they're messing it up.
Sorry to crash your show this morning.
Oh, we like having you on, Tom. You bring a whole new variety
Talking
to it.
about
I hear
the
you.
show.
Me and Todd get kind of stale otherwise.
Ribeye steak is $12.99 a pound. Huh? We got a deal on if you buy a ham, you get a turkey for free. So we got.
Oh wow, that's a good deal.
Turkey free, of course. The ham.
Because I'm not sure here that turkey isn't more expensive than ham.
The ham was like $34 or something.
I was looking back up through the chat. Fish, yeah. South Carolina's got, and North Carolina now has got so many warnings on the lake because of the aquatic plants just taking over. But anyway,
Queen died. What are you talking about, Larry?
There's nothing better than fried fatback.
$1.48 a pound. How much actual meat per pound is on a turkey? Maybe 50% of a turkey is edible. Because we don't eat the giblets and we don't chew the little meaty stuff off of the backbone, and we don't. My mom used to strip a turkey like what didn't get eaten, she would boil up and make soup and stuff.
Turkey soup and turkey casserole.
Turkey sandwiches.
She always got chunks of cartilage and stuff in the soup.
Did you guys hear that story about the turkey neck that was going around a few years back? About the guy who pulled a prank on his father-in-law. The father-in-law's tired. He falls asleep on the couch, so they unzip his pants and stick the turkey neck in there. Well, the guy don't wake up till the next morning, but his wife's coming down the stairs. Now, I don't know if this is a true story, but it's pretty fantastic. The wife's coming down the stairs. She sees her husband asleep on the couch with his turkey neck hanging out of his fly. Except now the cat has discovered the turkey neck and is eating it. She sees a cat eating this turkey neck on a guy's lap, freaks out because she thinks this is yin yang. Anyway, The guy wakes up, sees what's happening, looks down, sees a cat, screams, and then starts having a heart attack.
Oh my god.
Which I don't know
This
if
sounds like urban.
I don't know if that's a true story or
That
not. This could
sounds
be like the John Denver story, but anyway, it was
Sounds
pretty
like
fun.
urban.
It would, if it was real, it would be pretty funny. I don't know if it's real or not, but that could be an urban legend. But that is the only better prank than that is when you pre-record the lottery numbers and then show it to one of your buddies, and he thinks he won the lottery. That's a better prank.
All right, it's getting crowded in here, so I need to go. Y'all have a great weekend, everybody,
Well, have
and
a
we'll
fun
talk to you
wedding.
next week.
Have a good wedding.
All right, bye.
People are trying to eat their breakfast biscuits. I'm talking about the turkey.
Yeah, it's probably why Tom cut you off. He's in a Hardee's dining room, for God's
Well,
sake.
excuse yourself to restroom stall or something if you want to hear story turkey neck stories.
Yeah, our local restaurant has turkeys. You can just buy one already pre-made, but we don't do that. Gwen gets in the kitchen and she cooks enough food for, gosh, leftovers for weeks. But that's good. I like leftover turkey and dressing and whatever else.
Yeah.
She'll make a 10-pound bag of potatoes into mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
She'll have two of those great big. No, I'm not griping. I'm just saying what you do.
How you getting in trouble?
Why you tell these other people about our business?
I know.
They're all about our business.
Sweet potatoes. We always have a thing of sweet potatoes.
Yeah, Jim doesn't like sweet potatoes.
No, I don't eat sweet potatoes. I don't eat sweet potato pie. I don't eat pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkins either. Except the seeds.
Keto pizza for Thanksgiving. There you go.
Oh.
You know what's great for Thanksgiving? Golden Corral buffet. There's no dishes, no leftovers to try to make them fit in the fridge or anything. You put your silverware down.
We don't have any because we go over to your mom to
Yeah.
eat now. I don't even have to cook anymore. We just all go over there.
We bought this house. I think it was right around the week we bought the house. Or what.
We were driving on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, so we ate at Golden Corral for Thanksgiving. When you're done, you fill up. And when you're done, you set your silverware down. You get up out of the booth, and vaya con Dios, you're out the door and back on the road. No cleanup, no muss, no fuss. You don't have to sit and smell the delicious turkey cooking all day, getting tortured.
That's my problem fishing. I like everything she makes. Wink twice if I need help. Yeah, I'm fixing to get bobbitized or something.
Oh boy. Don't do that, Todd.
Yeah, stocks are in the red. Gold and silver are going down. What's the deal?
I thought gold and silver were going up last week too, weren't they?
They did a little. Yeah. They come back down a little bit. Silver's come down harder than gold. I don't know why. Anyway, 9:01. What's happening? Are we done?
Sure. Sounds like we're running out of steam.
Yeah, I gotta pack up my little 5 orders and we're headed. It's a good thing I got 2 days shipping because I'm not gonna ship on anything that gets bought on Friday. I'll just wait till Monday to ship. Yeah, Sadie's putting up Christmas decorations everywhere.
Oh my god, yeah, my sister put up her tree a week ago. I'm like, that's too early. That's nuts.
Yeah, I usually get out like the day after Thanksgiving and put out the outside lights.
I'm gonna try to put mine up this weekend, but I'm not making any guarantees. Or next weekend.
Okay, next
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Okay.
The weekend after Thanksgiving.
I got a huge Christmas scene projector.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's going to work. It's kind of like, I think this came out before like Star Shower did. Look at this sucker. It's huge. There's like 4 different scenes you can rotate. One of them Thanksgiving and one of them.
Yeah. I think I used to have one of those.
But it projects on a wall. I don't have like a plain wall.
Is this like one of those magic lanterns you used in a classroom when you taught school?
Yeah, they light a
Yeah,
candle in
Yeah,
it.
you had like a real bright candle.
It's not a candle. It's like 50 watts.
Oh boy.
So that's quite a bit for. That's way more than one of those Star Shower lasers. And this isn't laser. It's just a light, like you said. So projection bulb.
Yeah. I might still have that one that I got. It came with a bunch of other Christmas decorations. Is it worth anything?
That's right, John. Start up the mower and just project a Christmas scene against the smoke coming out of the mower.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Halloween, you could use it for Halloween too.
Yeah.
Do a haunted house with the lawnmower exhaust.
Smoke show with.
We have a 2-car garage that has an attic, and about half of the attic is Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what the hell we have for Christmas.
I've sold most of my blow molds, though. I went through and sold them. I'm like, they were worth too much, and I didn't want to damage them. I'm like, and I just don't have time to haul this stuff out. I sold most of the blow molds.
Yeah.
And so I had all the nativity pieces. I parted out and sold it.
We just never knew how much Christmas stuff we had because it was spread out all over. But then once we started concentrating, like, okay, this is gonna be the area where we put the Christmas stuff. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
too much Christmas.
Yeah. All right, folks. Have a great weekend. I guess there's not going to be a show tomorrow, so we'll see you Monday.
All right. Good luck at the casino, Todd.
Yeah, I need it.
Win
Bye.
a lot or win a little.